Hello, friends. Welcome to my trading signals for cryptocurrencies. We're going to cover October. We're going to do something different from what I got you used to in my videos. I can predict the future and I can give you dates and basically predict the entire trends of days, weeks, and months. Right now, I don't have anything. Like I told you, we're going to do something different. However, I may give you the weekly trends, the weekly predictions, so you can note which weeks are going to be a full-on uptrend, which weeks could be in range, all of that. Okay, and I will possibly I'll add that to the next video. But what I'm going to do is basically showcase some of the power of my trading signals of my indicators. Bitcoin is already ripping extremely high. Look at this. Very powerful recovery. If we actually zoom out, this is actually a bigger position than the 18th of September. So you have no idea how wild things are going to get. Again, you're still in time. I gave the signal to long Bitcoin ever since basically the 25th of September. That's where I long Bitcoin. I have massive profits right now. You could have those same profits too if you had listened to me, if you had paid attention to my signals. But it's not too late. You can still get on board and get some profits. If you want the exact days for Bitcoin in this month and the others up until December, you can write to me via email and I can give you the exact map of dates that you need to be basically looking out for, both in the peak, basically on the uptrend, and the bottoms on the downtrend. Okay, obviously that information is has a fee, so but it's very cheap. I mean, I always do my things very cheap. I mean, people have made extreme amounts of money and I basically I even gave the signals for free sometimes. So really, the value that you get it's extremely powerful. But I'm going to be basically showcasting my models because I'm going to be preparing you guys to understand how my models work. Because very soon, possibly the next week, something like that, we will get. I will start opening the group for people to test it. Basically, some kind of beta test for the group, uh, and people will apply to the group and will cover many assets. I'm thinking 10 different cryptos uh, at every time, and maybe we could actually do some rotation where people can actually vote which signals of cryptos you want to get. So it's going to be fun and it's going to be very good. But like I told you, I'm going to prepare you guys so you can understand this. This indicator that you're seeing right now is called the large day intraday signals. Okay. This is supposed to be an indicator that covers signals that could range from 1 to 2 days, maybe sometimes even 3 days. Okay, it's a very powerful indicator. You can do lots of different strategies with this. Right now, we're on the 2 hour time frame, which is ideal to actually showcase some of these, the power of this indicator. So the background color obviously represents the trends. Obviously, you got the green for the uptrend and the red for the downtrend. We also got yellow. Yellow means basically where the price is in range, where it's kind of undecided where it's going to go. Okay, this is why it's very powerful. So far, there are no indicators that show you the actual real trend in real time as it goes by. So, for example, you get a very clean short, which is the one that I actually told you about on the 18th of September. Okay, it's uninterrupted around here where it gives a very small and false bullish signal. So you can get a very comfy profit of around 4%. And if you go with leverage, this is quite a significant amount of money. Okay. The false signal, so called, let's just say repositioning, which is something that I call these events where the trend are very small and you can actually do nothing with it. and you'll get the other signal, the opposite signal, right around the corner. If you notice, if you had paid attention to this long signal and start longing at the very beginning, and then you get the bearish signal kind of very soon after, like a couple hours later, this is a very minor loss. This is not even 10% loss. So this is why the indicator is so powerful, because it allows you to get the most juice, the most profit out of every single signal that you get, and also allows you to quickly reposition yourself. So you can basically close your trade. For example, you will have closed this long, go short, benefit a little bit, then go long again, benefit again a little bit, and then go short again. This is a much better short, for example, and so on. You can notice that many of these days were in range, which is because of the, not only because of the performance of the days, all of these, for example, 26, 27, and a small part of 28 were all in range. This was a perfect moment to actually long. And the reason why I actually long all the way from this place to this one, around the 25, is because I knew in advance that this was going to be a very big crash. Okay, you can actually watch this in my other videos. I told you with many days in advance that the 25th of September was going to be possibly the hardest crash in the entire month of September. And from there, I was going to long. And look at this. This is a very powerful long. And as you can see, the model, again, extremely profitable. Take a look at this. Very good, clean long. Okay. From the moment that the false so-called bearish signal you get is right there. And again, imagine this allows you for many strategies. It's endless. The opportunities are endless. But like I told you, the main strength of this indicator lies in the fact that it can detect very clean entries, very clean exits, and also it allows you to quickly reposition yourself. Okay, with this indicator you can never lose a trade. The only so-called losing trades that you'll get are trades like this, where you have to reposition, you have to go in the opposite direction because it was a false signal. Okay, but this is a very minor loss. Again, this is not even 10% loss, unless you are with I don't know, 1,000 leverage. Maybe this can get you liquidated, but only fools will go with 1,000 leverage, something like that. I mean, I usually go with when I'm feeling kind of extreme, I go with 50 or 60 leverage. But my normal leverage is around 20, 30%. I mean, 20, 30 leverage. And this is a very minor loss. Again, this is not even 10% loss. So this is extremely powerful. Okay. This is what I have been doing. This is what I have been sharing with you on my Twitter account, on even on YouTube. And this is something that you'll get to use in the trading signals group. Now you will not get access to the indicator right away. You only get access to the signals, but maybe in the future I'll make the indicator shareable, so you can actually uh, use the indicator in your own computer, in your own trading view account, whatever. And this will allow you for very also crazy opportunities, very good opportunities. So, like I told you, this is the large day intraday, the large intraday indicator. This is an indicator that I use mainly for day trading. Day trading means where you trade once or twice a day and within some days. Like I told you, for example, this short right there on the 18th of September goes all the way and ends on the 23rd of September. So we're talking many days in succession of only shorts. So you can basically relax, let the trade go, and you'll take profits, very, very juicy profits right there. Okay. Sometimes it only lasts one day, for example, or even half of the day, like, for example, this long trade, which was profitable, but very, very small profit unless you go with extreme leverage, which again, I don't advise you to go with extreme leverage. Go just with normal leverage, 20, 30 leverage. Again, if you're feeling extreme, maybe 50, but that's what I do. So this is a large intraday indicator. I always confuse it. Now, let's take a look at the small intraday. Now, this is also very fun. This is especially good for scalping. This is actually designed to take trades, many trades within a single day. Okay. This is a 2 hour time frame, so it kind of looks very messy. But if we go to 10 minutes, you'll get a better look at how this works. So look at this. Very clean longs right around here. Very clean. Okay, you can note it's completely unrestricted. Basically, it's very profitable. 3% win, 3% gain, and you also get a very small but also profitable short right there. Okay, right around here, where it's around. Let's see, it's kind of small, really not so much in profit. Point, not even 1%. But again, this is designed to make many trades within a single day, going long, going short, going all of these trades. And this again is on the 10-minute time frame. So it's also very powerful. I have noticed that some, for example, stocks, they are way better with this small day indicator. Maybe I'll show you in an example in other videos. But this is an indicator, again, like I told you, mostly just used for scalping, right? Okay, this is very good for scalping, taking advantage of many trades within one day. Right now, I'm just mainly using the large intraday because that's where I'm most comfortable, and also because I'm doing trading on other stuff like meme coins. I'm trying to maybe try to adapt an indicator for that stuff as well. But yeah, this is very good. And again, this could be one of the features that we'll get to use in the trading signals. And again, like I told you, maybe there in some time in the future, I will allow for this indicator as well to be shared, so you can actually use it in your own computer, in your own account, and benefit from all of this. Okay. So we will be using these indicators, especially the large intraday, so we can actually note the trends. Right now, for example, Bitcoin is ripping. I mean, look at this. Extreme profits. From the moment I shorted, longet this coin, which was around here, we get a massive 9% win. Extremely profitable, and this is going to go higher. Again, I cannot give you the exact dates because these months are very key, and I got clients that are requesting this information. So if you want that as well, you have to contact me. Okay, I'm sorry, this is not going to be the usual predictions that you'll get because again, this is going to morph and prepare the way for the trading signals, which I believe are going to be extremely profitable for everyone involved. Okay, so also something that we'll use in this new dynamic for the next months, not just October, is that we'll take a look at many cryptocurrencies. Usually, I only allowed you to pick up to three cryptocurrencies, so that I can make the predictions for these three, because otherwise I don't have enough time to actually make predictions for 10 or 11 or 20 cryptocurrencies. But because this is going to be kind of a different, I don't know, a different form at looking at these videos, then we can maybe take a look at many different cryptocurrencies. For example, let's take a look at Solana. Let's see how it's going. Okay. Also very clean, long, extremely clean with these signals. Okay. You can notice that some of these movements will get triggered in as a correction with any other indicator. For example, if you take some moving averages, if you take any other indicator, whatever, some of these signals will get triggered as bearish. For example, let's take a look at the other model that I have. This is one of the other indicators that I use. Actually, the first that I actually, in some sort of way, made public. This one was the one that you saw with the blue and the purple colors in the background. I have removed them so it's not as clogged in the chart, but the signals are still there in the shape of the triangles. So you can notice that this is what I was telling you. Okay, this is of course on the 10-minute time frame, so obviously it's going to be even more. But look at this. Okay, so in the 2 hour time frame is very clean. But if we go to other kind of smaller time frames, we also get this where I was talking. Look at this. If you were longing with this other indicator that I have, which again is also very good, very profitable, very extremely efficient. Okay, this was a long right there. And then you get a short. And the short doesn't really go well in this case because as you can see, the market rebounds and goes there, and there are still short signals, which obviously don't play out. And by the time we get the long signal right there, this is a loss. Okay, this trade is a loss. Officially, this trade right there is a loss because we're on the short and then we get a long position right there, which it took time to develop. And by the time this could be, if you're using, for example, a stop loss of maybe 25%, maybe this could actually trigger this if you go with a big enough leverage. Okay. So, like I told you, this is why this new indicator is extremely powerful because it allows us to detect all of this. And unlike this one, where, for example, we're on 1 hour, again, on the 2 hour, it was extremely clean. No short signals, no false signals detected. All of them are green. But people don't actually have the time to take a look at the 1 hour time frame and then the 2 hour time frame and then the 8 hour time frame and the 11 hour time frame. I mean, people only usually just trade on 1 or 2 time frames at most. This is a very dynamic indicator. No matter what the situation is, no matter the chart time frame that you're looking at, it's going to give the exact same signals. It's not in any way or shape or form different. These circles that you're seeing right there are circles from the past month. Again, very useful predictions, like I told you. But again, this is very, very powerful. This new model, this new indicator that I have is just extremely powerful. And this is something that we will use in the trading signals group. So this is, for example, Solana. Some people heavily requested Ethereum in the comments, so that's a coin that we'll take a look uh, as well, and possibly be the main focus regarding meme coins. I mean altcoins. So this is Ethereum right there. You can see also very clean longs. There was kind of a false signal, which wasn't really false. It was profitable to some extent, very small profitability, but still money is money, and basically ends in range. Again, this is the power of this indicator. With this indicator, you have no losing trades. I've tried this myself. Okay. I have tried this with many coins. I have tried this in many time frames. No other indicator, not even the one that I developed first, comes close to the power of this one. Okay, this is a range from the time it changes to a new trend, and this is extremely profitable. Okay, this is not a single loss, only reposition. Okay, so you change the operation, you change the orders, you close whatever orders you had, you you switch to the other trends, the signals that are signal, and then you take profits as much as you want. I mean, you could have taken profits at any time in this long and still be in very big profits. It really depends to the strategy that people use. Some people like to take profits as soon as possible. Some people really like to play it long and wait for the juices, the biggest profits in any trade that I take. So it's really up to people how they use this. But again, this is a very powerful indicator. Even the false signals are very quickly corrected. So you don't lose any money. And if you lose money, it's going to be minimal losses, below 10% losses. Okay, this is extremely good considering that many people, especially 90% of the traders, they, they either take massive losses or they get liquidated. Okay, because again, there are no indicators that are as powerful such as this one. And I know because I do have a friend who is an expert at building indicators, at coding. I have no experience in coding, and yet somehow I managed to do this. And he told me, like, bro, this is 2000, almost 2000 line code, extremely powerful. I don't know how even TradingView supports this information because you're acting in many levels at the same time. And I have never seen such a thing before. And yeah, man, this is, like I told you, this is a completely new way to trade. And this is going to make history, guys. I mean, I already shared with you the profits that I have been getting, not only on the main three very big positions that I do right now, which is Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, but even others. For example, let's take a look at some coins that I have been doing. For example, Palm Fun. I mean, look at this coin. This is so beautiful. This is again on the 2 hour time frame. Very clean longs. This is a short right there. Okay, it ends in range, considering from the first position. Minor loss, but if you want, I don't know, maybe risky, it could have been a profit right there. But again, it allows you also a very nice long entry again. Okay, the only way to actually get the juiciest of any trend is by combining this indicator with my ability to predict the future. Okay, because I know which days are going to peak, I know which days are going to be basically red days, I know which weeks will be the worst, and that. But really, guys, that takes time. Like I told you, the predictions are something that I need to be very focused on. Okay, I have to be very prepared to meditate on the information, and that's basically how I come up with my predictions. It's not something that is completely automated or anything like that. I have to take time, and it's sometimes kind of exhausting because if I do three predictions, for example, and I have to constantly update them, it's taking some time from my life. So this is why also I mainly rotated into building these indicators to take some time off from all of that very exhaustive work, so that I can enjoy life and I can also do other things with with that time. Because, guys, I have to tell you, kind of completely unrelated, but time is the greatest asset that you can ever have. It's not money, not even close. Okay, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pump Fund, anything, you name it. I mean, we got other coins like that. Okay, people, for example, were talking about this coin, especially people on Twitter. They told you to actually long around these levels. I mean, this is what's ridiculous. Look at this. The model signals a clean short, very profitable. And this coin, because it doesn't really have as much market cap as Bitcoin, this was extremely profitable. Look at this long. I mean, short, especially if you go with leverage. Extremely profitable. I didn't really trade this coin. I found out very late, but I actually trade Pump Fun. I trade Aster. We'll talk about Aster because Aster kinda is a different beast. This actually requires mostly just the small day. This is where it's actually better at doing this work. Again, 2 hour time frame. So that's basically all I have to tell you, guys. We'll keep on going with this, and I'll keep showing you this across many coins. So because this is going to be kind of a different dynamic, if you want me to examine other coins with the help of this indicator, just write down in the comments what coins you want me to examine, and I'll use this very powerful tool so you can actually take a look at yourself and maybe even plan your strategies in advance. Okay, so that's what we're going to do this month and the others. So that's all I have for you guys. Again, thank you for so much for watching. Support the work of that. Follow me on Twitter, on X, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.